Good morning students. In this class we are going to discuss about the difference between leading strand and lagging strand, and the next topic is transcription and transcriptional unit. So let's see the difference between leading and lagging strand that occurs during DNA replication. So you can make a column and write the difference. So leading strand, and on the second column you can write lagging strand. Students, in the previous class we have discussed about the various steps of DNA replication, and we have seen that there are two strands of DNA participate in the DNA replication. So let's see the first difference. When you will see the replication part, you will find that the strands of DNA having polarity 3 to 5. So leading strand having polarity 3 prime to 5 prime. 3 prime to 5 prime polarity is known as leading strand, and the strands of DNA having polarity 5 prime to 3 prime is known as lagging strand. Polarity is called lagging strand. Second difference, okay, it requires only one RNA primer. It requires only one RNA primer for synthesis of new strands of DNA. It requires, lagging strand requires more than one RNA primers. That's why Okazaki fragments are formed on the lagging strand. The third difference, synthesis takes place continuous. That means DNA takes place, DNA replication occurs continuously, and here DNA replication takes place discontinuously because small fragments produced. So DNA replication occurs discontinuously. And the fourth and last difference, okay, Okazaki fragments do not produce on leading strand because synthesis takes place continuously, and Okazaki fragments are produced on lagging strand because synthesis takes place discontinuously. The fourth difference, no Okazaki fragments produced. No Okazaki fragments produced. You can see on this strand, and here Okazaki fragments are produced. Okazaki fragments are produced. What are Okazaki fragments? A short strands of DNA, fragments of DNA synthesized on lagging strand known as Okazaki fragments. So this is the difference between leading and lagging strands. Now let's see the transcription, the next topic, and what is transcriptional unit. So before transcription, you have to know there are two substeps in protein synthesis. The first step is known as transcription, and second one translation. So let's see the next step. The next process is protein synthesis. Protein synthesis. The process of protein synthesis takes place. Synthesis of protein is known as protein synthesis. It occurs in the following two steps. The step one is known as transcription. Step one is known as transcription, and step two is known as translation. The process of synthesis of protein is known as protein synthesis. Okay, and it is completed into following two steps. Step one is known as transcription, and second one is known as translation. So what is transcription? It is the first step of protein synthesis in which a single stranded RNA produced from the double stranded DNA. Suppose that this is the double stranded DNA. You can say dsDNA. DS stands for double stranded DNA. It gives rise single stranded RNA having polarity 5 to 3. This process is known as transcription. What is transcription? The process of synthesis of RNA from double stranded DNA is known as transcription. In case of prokaryote, the complete process of protein synthesis occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell because nuclear membrane is absent. But in case of eukaryote, transcription occurs inside the nucleus of the cell and the transition occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. Once again, in case of prokaryote, due to absence of nuclear membrane, the complete process of protein synthesis occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Whereas in eukaryotes, the step 1 occurs in the nucleus of the cell and the step 2 occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. So let's see what is translation. Suppose that this is the RNA produced after the process of transcription, and this RNA change into a long chain of amino acids known as protein. So this process is known as translation. So each spherical one represents the amino acids. Suppose this is amino acid 1, this is amino acid 2, like that. This is the chain of protein. So what is translation? The process of synthesis of a polypeptide chain or protein from RNA, especially which RNA? mRNA. It's called translation. It is the second step of protein synthesis. So once again, what is transcription? The process of synthesis of RNA from DNA is known as transcription, whereas the process of synthesis of a polypeptide chain or protein from RNA is known as translation. The complete process of protein synthesis in case of prokaryotes occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell because nuclear membrane is absent like bacteria. But in case of eukaryotes, the step 1 occurs in the nucleus of the cell and step 2 occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. Let's see transcription unit and the various components of transcriptional unit. This diagram also given in your NCERT book on chapter 6, molecular basis of inheritance. So let's see what is transcription unit. So heading will be first one is transcription in eukaryotes. Transcription in prokaryotes. First prokaryotes, then eukaryotes. Transcription in prokaryotes. So before transcription, you have to know transcriptional unit and the various components of transcriptional unit. So what is transcription unit? First you have to draw the transcriptional unit. Then we will discuss about the various components of transcriptional unit. Suppose there is a polarity 3 prime. This is the polarity 5 prime. So it will be 5 and it is 3. Okay? And here this part, this is known as the promoter region. This is known as the promoter region, and this is known as the terminator region. Okay? The whole component is known as the transcriptional unit. Okay? And the strands of DNA having polarity 3 to 5 is known as template strand. The strands of DNA having polarity 3 to 5 is known as template strand, and the strands of DNA having polarity 5 to 3 is known as coding strand. You have to remember well, okay, what is template strand and what is coding strand. So once again, the strands of DNA having polarity 3 to 5 is known as template strand, and the strands of DNA having polarity 5 to 3 is known as coding strand. Okay, now this first part represents here. This is known as promoter. This is known as promoter, and this is known as terminator. And between promoter and terminator, this sequence of DNA is known as, this part of DNA you can say known as structural gene. So how many component, and the whole component is known as transcriptional unit. Transcriptional unit. So what is transcriptional unit? A segment of DNA that consists of three parts. A promoter, a structural gene and terminator is known as transcriptional unit. Or you can say a segment of DNA that take part in transcription known as transcriptional unit. So how many components? There are three components. First one is known as promoter, second one is structural gene and third one terminator. Now let's see the definition of each and function of each. When you define promoter, you will give reference to the coding strand, not temporary strand. Don't forget. When you will define the promoter and terminator, you have to give reference to the coding strand of DNA, not temporary strand. Okay. So what is promoter? Promoter is the component of transcription unit that present on the 5' end of the coding strand. It is the binding site of RNA polymerase along with sigma factor. Once again, what is promoter? It is the part of, you can see it is the component of transcription unit that is present at the 5' end of coding strand. It is the binding site of RNA polymerase along with the sigma factor during the process of transcription. Let's see second one, structural gene. This is the component of transcription unit that take part in transcription and synthesizes a new RNA in the which direction? In the 5 to 3 direction. Okay, it synthesizes new strands of RNA in the 5 to 3 direction. And what is terminator? It is the part of transcription unit where the process of transcription ends, or you can say stops. Okay, so there are three components: promoter, structural gene and terminator. In case of promoter, it is the segment of transcription unit, part of transcription unit which is present at the 5' end of coding strand. It is the binding site of RNA polymerase along with the sigma factor during the process of transcription. Structural gene, this part of the transcription unit present between the promoter and terminator region. This part actually takes part in transcription and this drives the new RNA in the 5 to 3 direction. Okay, and terminator, this component of the transcription unit responsible for the completion, or you can say ends of the process of transcription. Okay, so these are the various parts of the transcription unit. Now next one, requirements of transcription. Requirements. Okay, requirements of transcription. Requirements of transcription. Transcription. So some requirements, the basic requirements are: first one is known as DNA molecule to be transcribed. You can say transcriptional unit. DNA molecule to be transcribed. That is, you can say transcriptional unit. Second one, an enzyme known as RNA polymerase enzyme. RNA polymerase. And two special kind of protein known as the sigma factor and rho factor. Sigma factor. Okay, sigma factor also known as initiation factor. Initiation factor. Okay. Next one is rho factor. Rho factor also known as terminator factor. Terminator factor. Okay. So these are the basic requirements of RNA. These are the basic requirements for synthesis or for the process of transcription. Once again, first one is, and one more thing is required: ribonucleotides. Ribonucleotides as substrate, and there are four ribonucleotides. You know, it is found in the form of mononucleotide form, that is AMP, okay, UMP. Why UMP? Because synthesis of RNA takes place, that's why thymine is absent. AMP, UMP, CMP and GMP. When RNA is synthesized, it requires the base for the synthesis of new RNA in the 5 to 3 direction. So these are the basic requirements for the transcription. In the next class, we will discuss about the 3 steps of transcription, that is initiation, elongation and termination. Thank you.